Okay, so here's a stretch that I want you doing, again, 3 times a day, 3 minutes. So you can see that you're standing outside the doorway. Your elbows press into the door frame. You're going to pull your chin back, head straight back. Lift your chin up. Yeah, that's it, like you're making a double chin. Very good. And you're going to be pushing your chest forward through the wall, through the door. Keep your ass back. Your ass has gone too far forward. Ass back more, more, more. I'll tell you when. Keep going, keep going. There's a spot of that's where you want your bum back to. Now push through your chest. Let your chest fall through the doorway, but keep your ass back. Breathe, double chin it so your head is pulling away from the door. Like head back more, like that. Lean chest forward. Very good. Stay in that position for 3 minutes. To give you an example, this video's only been going on for 1 minute now. Very good. Your feet are nice and straight. You hold and breathe that with that posture. It's going to help reestablish your upper body posture, as well as getting your hips back where they should be and not sitting out in front of you in that hunched posture.
First exercise.
Here's your sequence that you would do lying down. The first thing you do is lie down, grab the back of your thigh, you're actually pushing your thigh forward into your hand as you straighten your knee and pull your toe toward you, trying to straighten the leg. Hold that for 5 seconds, release it by bending the knee, dropping the heel down, bring the knee up toward your chest, so pull the knee in. You hold that for 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go back to the other one, which is pushing the thigh forward into your hands, straightening the knee, pulling the toe toward you. Keep trying to pull that toe toward you and straighten that knee out. Very good. And then 5 seconds back to the other one. Good. After you've done that 5 times on each leg, you go into your bridge, which is both feet are on the floor, knees are bent. Excellent. You're going to lift your bum up as high as possible, trying to tuck your chin in. Good, with your bum up. So we've got a chin tuck, we've got a bum lift. You notice your knees move apart here. Don't let them move apart. Keep everything at what would be just a little wider than hip width. So I want your feet just a little wider, just a bit. There you go. Now if you look down from this line, you'll notice that we've got your feet and your knees are both hip width. As you lift the bum or extend the hip, you'll notice that the knees want to separate. Don't let them separate. Keep them in there. There we go. So we're keeping that position with your chin tucked in, and that's again, if you need assistance, you can even help with that with your hands pushing your bum up, and then back up again. You're going to do 5-second reps for 5 reps here. Good. You finish that. You lie down and you bring your arms straight up over your head. That's your rest. And this is what I want to be your general rest. So a couple times a day, you plop onto the floor, you let gravity take your body back into a neutral posture, which is this straight standing posture, and let gravity do a lot of the work. So you can do it frequently, you can do it for long times without much intensity. No, you got to keep those arms up there unless they go numb. If they start to lose blood supply and go numb, by impingement of nerve, most likely, then you bring your arms down. If you're not feeling numbness, keep your arms hanging up there. So instead of sitting for 15 minutes, I'd want you at least doing this for 15 minutes if you get the opportunity in the day. So you can see that your arms, the left arm in particular, has difficulty getting down to the floor. So that's our goal. It won't take long till that arm is down on the floor. So
can I come up to here?
you can come, yeah, that would be your release, or take a rest, if you will. Good. And then back up overhead. Good. You're trying to straighten the elbows, if possible. And that's going to be a challenge, as you can see here. And keep your head straight. It's turned to the right now. There we go. Try to straighten your left elbow. Keep locking that left elbow and trying to get the back of the wrist to the floor. Very good. Good. And then the last thing I want you to do is you'd flip onto your stomach and practice there'll be some core work. It's like a plank. So we're going to set you up with your forearms on the floor. And just your rest position, being in this position here as a rest, even No, we've got to be careful with the stenosis in the back that you don't go into too much extension. Just hold, no, keep it right there would be good. We're going to take your feet and tuck your feet under you, your toes under you. You're going to have to almost bring your knees forward a bit. No, put your feet on the ground because we're going to lift your bum up in the air. So imagine you're going to try to get your bum in the, like that. Very good. Now get your toes underneath you. Move your knees forward a little bit more, or your elbows back. There we go. Okay, so we get into this position. From here, we need your toes under you because you're going to go up on your toes. And you notice in doing so, we're going to be stretching your calf. You see there's a challenge. It's difficult for you to get your toes under. So let's go. We're going to go try to lift your knees up off the floor now by pushing. There we go. And holding that. That's perfect. And breathe and hold. And breathe and hold. That's very good. And come down. Good. And just rest there. And that would be your rest. And just resting in that position has a bit of extension to the spine, or a big bit, but it's also forcing your head up away from the floor, working all those muscles in your back. And then again, you'd have to almost reset by getting your knees again forward and your bum up in the air. Bring your knees forward. So go on all fours first. Okay, if you can do that way, you need to now move your feet forward. You see, it's hard to do when you're in the air. So for you, it's easier to do it this way. Bring your knees forward and get your bum up in the air so you're on all fours. Bum up. Now knees forward. Knees forward. Okay, now shoulders forward. Good, so now you're set and ready to take your knees off and do the plank. So ready, go. Good, and hold that. So you see, there was a preparation to get you into the position to do the plank. Because you lack so much mobility in the ankle, you have to take that step. A normal person would just, let's say, drop down, then go back up. But you have to do this sequence. Correct, got it. Perfect. And then when you're ready, you'd pop back up. And that's a good position right there. You see your bum's a little higher than your shoulder. It makes it a little bit easier for you. And that would be your floor sequence every day, even a couple times a day if you want. All right, this is a continuation of the previous video that was 6 minutes and 19 seconds long, which is the floor routine that you do daily. And you're going to finish with a side plank. The last exercise we did was the plank facing the floor. So as you can see, you're doing this perfectly. We've got a brace of the one arm. Both knees are stacked on top of each other. We're lifting the bum up and we're trying to push the pelvis forward and square the body up to me. So you're trying to get your chest and your face looking straight at me. And you're doing a great job. You'll notice as right now you're slightly angled toward the floor. That's fine. The fact that you're doing it with only one arm is excellent. So even from there, think of taking that other arm, see if you can bring it behind your head. There you go. That would make it even more intense. And if it's too intense there, put your arm back down on your side. If it's even you fatigue and you want to do even more, you do it, you see where your hand is now, you would use it on the floor. So ready, try one with your hand on two hands. So ready, up, like that. And you'll notice that you might even need to do your first one like that. Well, you get stronger, things start to activate, and you can release that hand. Very good.